he didn't deserve. Dramatic irony that no one heard. Written in the tragedy we couldn't ignore. Comedy affairs where the ending is your own reward. Are you the fool who will be king? Or just didn't know it all, who doesn't know a thing? Small time pretender takes the throne. Now it's time for the truth to be known. You can fake it all you want, but you never read above a cliche. Yeah, you can try, but you're never gonna take it away. Take it away. Take it away.
Hello everyone, Malby has called in boots, so we shall have boots. It's very exciting. Hope everyone is prepared. So, my amazing and incredible boots. I actually used the same boots I showed last time, so they're not as amazing and incredible as they could be. What? Okay, walking around with them doesn't really work when the mic is in the way. God damn it. Also, we're about to get into the game, but before we do, I do have to point out, I do have to say, I got this in today, I'm very excited. I need to actually play it. I didn't know this existed until recently, but this combines two of my favorite things. Here's the Storm and banging. I didn't know this existed, and I found it on eBay and I bought it. Okay, let me stop being so massive. No one wants to see that. Okay, that's not true. Some of you guys totally want to see that, but I want to see the game. Also, welcome to Halloween. I'm sure everyone figured out that there was like a Halloween filter going on. If you didn't, you are not paying attention to the screen, in which case, why am I showing off my boots if you're not paying attention to the screen? How dare you, first of all? I am offended. We do have Hanzo being the first ban. Hanzo, show me again. Are you awake now, baby? Hanzo Shimada. I don't know what I'm singing. Don't ask. Don't make me look bad. There's the Lee Mingers. So we've got Overwatch and Diablo banned out. Are we going to have the full set? StarCraft and Warcraft, let's go. Spread out the bans evenly. You can find the reason why. You can find the reason why. It's actually funny you say that. I do have a disappointment tomorrow. That's a stooky dookie right there. So, we do have the StarCraft. Finish this off with a Warcraft ban. I dare you. Also, honestly, no, I'm not gonna say anything publicly. I'm not gonna say anything publicly, but I know That's not a Warcraft character. Boo! You didn't follow the rules that I decided and you didn't know about. La 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 la. So no Johanna being the first pickup. Johanna very much a tank that doesn't give a lot away. That I don't. It started having problems after I went to bed. I went to bed pretty early last night. I always have trouble on Monday nights because I stay up too late on the weekend and then I have to get up at like 6:30 in the morning for work, and I'm super tired on Monday night. So I was just like, the gray man, the android. So yeah, as I was saying, Johanna doesn't really give a lot away. Johanna really just says that it's a defensive tank, but it kind of goes into every comp. It probably means they're not going to be ultra super omega aggro. That's all it really means. A special Chai coming out on the gray main. We do get Anduin, the lad, the fun police. P is coming out with the bright wing. And then Raptor on the Sylvanas. Feel like Raptor should be on Dahaka. Though I guess they are both grayish heroes. It's kitty. Bug always gets weirded out when I'm holding him and his brother makes noise. Bug says, "What are you doing, Opera? What you doing?" That sounds interesting. I want to go find out. You read. Alright, so we have the Murden being banned out. So it's going to be Johanna. They are restricting their opponent. So it's interesting to have the Blaze banned. Neither side having picked an offlaner yet. But FC Hong Kong, very, very, very much saying, we just really, really hate... Okay, granted, if they were playing an offlaner, they probably did not want Blaze going into Thrall.
We will forge a great destiny.
What? I have to wonder what the Blaze ban is about. Because here's the thing. Like, Blaze ban makes sense if you have a big combo and you need to keep people from being able to dive into bunker to avoid it. If you've got, like, Poison Nova from Zool or something, like, bunker just absolutely dumpsters that. But I don't see anything that, like, is it just the Greymane? If Greymane dives in, they don't want the target to be able to be defensive? Oh, Moidar coming in with the ETC. That's going to be almost like the offlane ETC. Offlane Johanna is a thing, but basically tanks will not let the offlaner have Johanna. If Johanna's picked, the tank is going to take the Johanna. That's how it works. And here we go into the game. Oh, I didn't set predictions up. Crap. Speed predictions. This is a really bad time for me to get the hiccups. I just looked at the screen to get the team names, and then, of course, on my main screen, the team names aren't there, because that's the actual client. Okay. Star prediction. Saved it. Cat's in the way. Alright, here we go into game number 1. Hello, Morley. Morley is Morley. I don't know if anyone knows that. I am still on the wrong computer. Crap. So, representing game number 1. Oh, first of all, get these cursors out of the way. You don't want to see a bunch of line cursors. I'm an old lady. I can't see. Help.
seconds.
All right, so representing game number 1, representing the side of Pepegas on ice, we do have White Art coming out here on the Johanna. Tomjin going to be on the James Raynor. We do go and have Teal playing the ETC, and actually it is main tech ETC. What? Raptor on the Silva Noose, and then Peas on the like Monarch Butterfly, super pretty bright. Wait, hold on. Look at this. This is beautiful. Stop hiding, Peas. I'm trying to admire you. Meanwhile, representing the other team, we do go ahead and have Geo coming out here onto the Varian. We do get Special Chai onto the Grey Daddy. Chicken Meow going to be representing the Tassaface. Helix the Cat onto the Fun Police Anduin. We do go in and get Splenda Daddy up here on the Thrall. And very, very heads up awareness, being like, these camps spawn almost immediately. So Tomjin just went north right away. That's a really interesting strategy. I may have to pass that on. Now Geo goes and checks, but obviously Radar will probably be on their way in just a second. Although Tomjin is hanging out up here, this may be an opportunity to invade for FC Hong Kong. Little bit of damage, la 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 la. I am such a good caster, you guys.
Blue team draws first blood.
I was not paying attention to top. That is my bad. So Thrall does go down. That is the first blood on the side of Pepegas on ice. Hello Morley, hello Malby, hello Honestly, hello Hoku, hello Vorel. Hello to you and me. I made a poem. Alright, a little bit of experience lead on the side of our blue team, but here comes Splendid Daddy and Chicken Meow, making it a 2v2 party going on. But they did lose the entirety of the front wall. Both towers are gone. The wall is no longer a wall, more of a rubbled floor. Geo steps out of the way of Teal, and here's the foreman. I like how Pepegas on ice continuously move and change the math, because now all of a sudden there's 4 people down here. Now Johanna is up here fighting with Splendid Daddy, but it does look like Chicken Meow is responding to the movement of the blue team. Little bit of potentially oversharing. We do go ahead and have... My cats are walking back and forth. I'm wearing pants with a really interesting texture, and my cats love them. They're just wandering around and rubbing up against me. Like, these pants are amazing. And you know what, Kitty? You are correct. She's unstoppable today. She's so powerful. You don't need batteries to play. Cat, stop. At least I'm not trying to play. So Water up here trying to fight against Thrall. Trying to get in on this Shaman camp. Thrall doing a good job keeping Water back. Looks like Thrall will actually move down and start doing some defense. The E-fence. Roughly even half times coming through. As the Immortals do a combat. Immortal combat! Da, 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 da. I can't remember the Mortal Kombat theme. Test your might. It's something close to that. Don't at me. It does look like we're going to have our blue team take this down, thanks to the Exterminator Raider. I'm assuming that's what you took. That's what you should have taken. Yep. And that is going to be the counter kill onto Teal. So as the blue Immortal comes online, they're not going to have access to their tank for another 10 seconds. I do think with the travel time, they'll get a lot of damage done to this Immortal before Teal can return to the fray. Yeah, Geo, that was... You're unstoppable today. You're so powerful.
Thus ends my assault on hell. I must rest for a time.
All right. So here's the thing. The Immortal actually did less damage than that initial play up top with Raider. Just like starts coming in, but here comes Tomjin. You know what kills a werewolf? A dude with a gun. I'm not sure that's actually true. I've seen a lot of movies. I don't think that's what actually happens. Meanwhile, down below, we do have Helix and Chicken Meow moving on to the bottom camp. Geo is running interference. Just picked up again, and once again, we have the... I'm a bit surprised they prioritized this top camp, because the top camp is not going to take the fort down. The bottom camp would have potentially gotten more done. But who am I? I'm Raka. Thank you for asking. I'll try going in, gets a little bit of free damage. So it looks like neither side will get that much. The bottom camp was just kind of left to be cleaned up by Sylvanas. And boop. There's the taunt coming out. Lots of damage from Tomjin. Tomjin's all dressed up with nowhere to go. Hey, look at peace. Nice job with the cocktail, landing in order to do the splash damage to finish Brightwing off, and that is a double kill for FC Hong Kong as we go into the second immortal phase. They are moving up. They're going to go ahead and get a lot of damage done. There's over 10 seconds before their opponents are back, probably about 20 before they're able to redeploy, so they should be able to secure halftime before that happens.
Our battle cannot remain here.
So these are defensive spawns, having to move a little bit. Neither side able to really go for their camp just yet. Shy having to move back, decent bit of damage going through, and Shy may be going down. There's Fun Police Anduin trying to go in and get that taken care of, but Teal trying to get on top. Teal does go ahead and take out Special Chai. Momentary reversal. Now it is our orange team that is down people. But Chai will be back before too terribly long, and Sylvanas isn't with them. So honestly, at bottom lane, that does mean there is a possibility for an engage, but it doesn't look like they're trying to take it. Teal moving over, trying to go get taken care of. Nice damage going to Teal. We're over halfway down, and then we do have Chikwemi coming back. Level 10s are online for the side of Pepegas on ice. Looks like they're going to give this up, and once again, the forces of heaven have won the conflict. As Ilarion stands proud over the shattered corpse of Belith. It's okay, he'll get better. A little bit aggro on the side of our orange team. I'm moving very deep into them, but a little bit of... I feel like not everyone was on the same page there. Unfortunately. We're back into melee mode for the Immortal. Sylvanas going ahead and making this a frozen Immortal, but Thrall cleans up the Mortar at the bottom of the map. But the damage was done. The damage was done. Hello, Joselle. How you doing? Hello, Joselle. How you doing? Do you see some special chai brewing?
Thus ends my assault on hell. I must rest for a time.
Alright, Chicken Meow does get taken out. Lots of damage. Raptor isn't going to be the counter kill, but there is the cannonball coming down onto Grey Daddy. Raymond going to go down. That is a 2-for-1 in favor of Pepegas on ice. It looks like Geo trying to go ahead and get out of here. Going to have a little bit of a hard time. Teal knocking that back, but there is the healing waters of the Moonwell. Gonna go ahead and get that back in. There's a nice stun coming through, protected by the way. Geo not going to go down just yet, but Super is definitely flirting with disaster. There's some damage coming out of the port. Keep in mind, ports were changed. It's a little bit easier to dive under them. They no longer defend you if there are minions present. Though they will give one person armor. Helix is in a bit of a bad position. Oh, nice double stun. Helix running around. And it looks like we've got a big engage coming through. Peace taking a bunch of damage. Did come in there. But it looks like Anduin not able. I actually thought Anduin was going to be able to move around here and get out of there. But went back to try and help the team. Not going to be able to. And that's going to be a double kill. Father and son, the legacy of Stormwind going down. So that is both forts for the side of FC Hong Kong going down against the relentless aggression of Pepegas on ice.
I must find another way.
My halftime has been unlocked. Tomjin actually going to go ahead and start moving into where she can. You be a little bit careful. The other enemy team is very close. There goes Rainer's Raider going down. And we do have Johanna moving in for the side. Mordor going ahead and getting Brightwing to teleport into them. Brightwing blink heals temporarily out of danger. Now there is a shaman camp moving down the bottom of the map. There's a raptor leading through. I like how they're trying to move around and kind of peel their opponents back. But they also could just play the waiting game because this is going to be a problem. This is all becoming a problem. Oh, big mosh from Teal. Teal goes and catches 3 people in that. And there's the light bomb. A bomb comes down. Anduin super low. Teal even lower, as Teal will be the first one to fall. I really thought it would be someone else. There's Mordor. Mordor getting the healing teleport from Brightwing. And there is Raptor in the middle of danger. Let's go ahead and teleport to temporary safety. I'm going to go ahead and stay into this. Meanwhile, the Shaman camp is at the keep wall. We do go and have Greymane over here trying to get this stuff done while the 4-man goes ahead and defends. I like how Thrall just continues to move over and it's like, get out of here, Johanna! I will beat you up! Raptor goes in, tries to get stuff done on top of Helix the cat. They will go ahead and get that Immortal down, and so Blue once again wins the day in terms of the Immortals as FC Hong Kong moves back.
Shines on.
Here they come, moving through. 5 fingers to a fist, all moving in the top lane. We have Thrall down here trying to hold this back. Has gotten the Shaman down. Looks like they will save the bottom keep for right now. But while Thrall is not here, there is a very angry Immortal, as well as 5 blue boys walking through the top lane. Lots of damage coming through, not quite able to finish off Teal, but it was super close. However, there is the first keep of the game going down against the might of Pepegas on ice.
Thus ends my assault on hell. I must rest for a time.
And I think they just swung around and took out the bottom keep. So all structures are down, except for mid lane, Hunter. Alright, Teal taking a bunch of damage. There's the taunt. Boop. I'm not sure the Shaman camp is worth losing Teal for 40 seconds. Though they did bait out a number of ults. Like, all ults except for Sylvanas' are up on the side of Pepegas on ice. Meanwhile, Light Bomb is down. Although I guess Thrall's is just now coming back up. So it's still basically 1 for 1. Are we going to try and move through the bottom lane? The answer appears to be no. They are starting to meander their way up. 10 seconds on this camp. They're going to try and pick that up real quick. Answer appears to be no.
Eternal battle will soon be upon you. Repent before my wrath, demon.
Alright, there's a double stun coming down on top of Geo. Geo did unfortunately get stunned in the middle of the... Oh, nice. We did go and have the shield come out. Geo gets the light bomb, was moving away, however, but Johanna goes down. Special Chai, super low. There is the Mosh that comes out, but only catches one person, and Anduin just yeets them to safety. We do go and have... This might be the first Immortal coming out on the side of our orange team, as FC Hong Kong goes ahead and wins the halftime race. Now, this happened once before, but last time the death timers were a lot shorter. We are still 30 seconds away, and this is offensive positioning. Now, Tessora has had to move back. Helix used Desperate Prayer, which did unfortunately not let him get out of the... Or not let them get out of the, circle. I'm sorry, Anduin's a boy. I know who Helix is. So we do go and have the first Orange Immortal coming out. So it does look like we're going to try and Swiffaboo and just move around, use the Immortal as a distraction, and try and take down this bottom left. They don't want to try and fight with all 5 members of the enemy team. They say, we need actual damage, and we will get actual damage because they'll go top, try and stop the Immortal, which they will do successfully. The wall is down, but basically 0 damage done to the keep. You're all down here. The keep will go down. That's a fort. I might have to play Midnight. I'm mad about it, but they finally put player housing in. It's not my fault. Alright, there's the taunt coming out onto Teal. Teal in the middle of a lot of stuff. Does avoid that. There is the Thundering coming out of Thrall. And there's everyone move back. A lot of ults were used there. Although it does seem like more were blown on the side of FC Hong Kong. Only I think the shield and Sylvanas' was actually used. Well, I don't know. Again, we're back up. Because, like, variance doesn't count. There's the Might of Dalaran coming out. Pressure being put on. It does look like they can come back here. Oh, top was basically already cleared out, which is good. But bottom lane going to have a little bit of problem. Here comes the battle. Raptor was in the lead and did back off as soon as the other team showed up, which is the smart and correct thing to do. Here comes the Immortals. Here comes the Immortals. So, coming in here, we have a decent bit of damage. Here comes our orange team. Orange team is spreading out a little bit. 2 people going up top to clear. I'm not sure that's necessary. I guess they're just giving up halftime. Are their till senses tingling? Alright, neither side wants to move forward. Top lane pretty okay right now for our orange team. Bottom lane going to be a problem sooner rather than later. The catapults are really stacking up down there. It might be a much bigger problem as that is picked up. Alright, here comes the engage coming in. Lots of damage. Peas does have to duck inside. Special Chai goes in, does decent bit of damage to Peas, but not going to be able to finish anything off. There's Teal right in the middle of the entire enemy team, going ahead and just constantly threatening without watch. There is the taunt. Lots of damage coming through, but not enough. And here it comes. No, it doesn't come. No Death Mosh either. What did Teal take at 20? It took Torbus instead. But it looks like the blue Immortal did win out, but they did lose Teal in the exchange. However, we do have a lot of oh my god! I didn't realize it was this much, holy crap!
I will cleanse this land from your corruption, Hellspawn. I will bring down the gates of hell.
Alright, lots of damage coming through. That's going to be a death onto Johanna. So pick me up before you Jojo. Raptor in here. Raptor's just basically like, do not let the shields regenerate. And I do think the Immortal will end it. They did successfully keep the shields from being able to regenerate. And boop. And with that, Pepegas on Ice do win game number 1 here on Battle Build of Eternity. See, it's funny because I inverted the letters. Oh wow, what the actual heck? What happened to this scene? I don't know what's going on. We're just going back to the screen. So, looking at the stats, we do have, in terms of hero damage, 59,000 hero damage coming out of James Raynor. We did go and have Thrall with 56 and 55,000 on the Tassaface. Representing a healing, we do have Anduin leading away 59,000, but honestly, 59,000 versus 57,000, I'm going to call that a wash. That is both healers doing equally well. And then in terms of the experience, we have 16,000 on the Thrall, 14,000 on the Tassaface, and then 12,000 on the Sylvanus. I forgot Teal was the main tank for a second. I was like, ETC, you were the other offlaner. Why are you last? And I was like, wait, that's because that wasn't the other offlaner. I'm smart. But I will see you in game number 2. Don't go anywhere. After these messages will be...
kids, now you all play nice. If it ain't broken, you break it. Cross the T's and then dot the I's. Let it out, paint the town with all my negativity. Burn them all before I'm gone. Who said you can't fight fire with gasoline? I don't care much anymore, so fuck the easily offended. Burn them all before I'm gone. Who said you can't fight fire with gasoline? Out on the endless ocean, we tear along the gales, with rum inside our bellies, warm and free. A wayward bunch of scouts.
You can tell that when I'm trying to control the streaming computer, I have to come like way back to grab this mouse. So I like move over and they're like, what? It's very actual Halloween because it's just like I'm approaching. Make way for my arrival. I don't care much anymore. So they easily offended. I don't know, I actually do enjoy that where I have to like manually mute. A new barack, a new barack, a new barack, a new barack. And the beetle, the mighty beetle, we on Bombay. So here we go into game number 2. The epic and continual question is, what can we expect to see? The training wheels variant comp. They do well with it, but I feel like FC Hong Kong is very much a win more team. Like whenever they're feeling it, they play super, super well. But whenever they get put on the back foot, they have a hard time moving forward. We have StarCraft, Warcraft, and Overwatch. Come on, Diablo Ban! Come on, Diablo Ban! Not Diablo himself, but a character from the Diablo universe. Yes! We have the Triumvirate! We did it! Ladies and gentlemen, we did it.
Hogger, hunt them down.
There's Hogger. Hogger does bonus damage against Gnolls because he's the chief Gnoll. That isn't true at all. I don't care much anymore. Easily offended. Cause you can't fight fire with gasoline.
For the alliance above all.
So we do have this time Peas taking the Anduin, not giving it over to Helix. And Falstead going to go ahead and get the global pressure going on. Now the real question will be, it's interesting that they take Falstead for the global pressure, but then they leave Brightwing for the other team. Yeah, Orphea or Kira would be ideal. Or I guess Vikings. Vikings counts as a Nexus hero. The best possible would be Vikings and Orphea. So then you would literally have every single universe. So Geo going to be on the Blase. Maintain Blaze, interesting. Because I definitely do not think that's a debate and they'll change later because they've already also taken Hogger. And Blaze is an unconventional tank pick, but Hogger is unheard of. Da 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 da. There's the Volibear. Unfortunate. I'll take these off now. My feet are feeling a little bit crushed. I will say though, a little bit of vanity. These feet, these shoes do squeeze my feet, but look how small and cute they look. Because I don't have big feet, but I don't have like little cute, girly, petite feet. But these boots do a really, really good job of making it seem like I do. Tomjin playing the Raider even when there's not an exterminator target. And then Moidar coming out on the Skeleton King. Malby's go-to. Malby. Look at his cat.
My blades are yours.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
I have now lost my hand. Ah! Don't meow at me. You're the one that took my hand. No biting. Hey, hey. Okay, so we're going to have Teal once again on the ETC. Interesting. So, Teal really, really likes being the cow. I guess Johanna was banned out. So it's going to be Blaze into ETC and a Hogger into Leo. Hogger into Leo was actually a really, really interesting setup because, like, Hogger can get out of Spooky Touch by spinning, but if Hogger uses the spin for anything else, Spooky Touch is super, super effective. So it's almost like a standoff. But I'll get predictions up. I will get into the game. And I will see you in 2 seconds. But you won't see me because I'm ninja vanishing. Alright, coming into game number 2, we do have Pepegas on ice, our winner of the first game. Trying to go ahead and end this out with a domination. We do have Peas coming out here and playing the Anduin. Interesting Anduin skin. I was like, I think that's Anduin, but I'm not sure. I'm so not used to seeing him as not blonde. Very confusing. We have Tomjin on the Toy Raider. Moidar is not on a skateboard. On the Leo. Teal playing the etc. And then Fallstad coming out here, the Raptor. It's a Raptor. We're not having a discussion about birds and dinosaurs again. Helix the Cat playing the Brightwing on the side of FC Hong Kong. We have Special Chai coming out here and playing the... Is that Hanzo? I think that's Hanzo. Yep. We do go to have Splenda Daddy onto the Sonia. And then Geo playing the Blase. Chicken Meow going to be on Hogair. Cat, move! Very, very aggressive, but they're aggressive because their opponents have actually moved out and they're potentially losing. So keep in mind with the changes, like you just saw that scope go away. One of the big changes in the recent patch is that there are no longer any small experience globes. So if you are not within the lane within about 7 seconds of something dying, then you just lose the experience. Before it would be like, if a minion died and you weren't close enough to get the experience, there'd be an experience orb that would spawn for about 7 seconds. If you got within range with that, you'd get it. After 7 seconds, for another like 21 seconds or something, the orb would shrink and was only worth like 25%. But you still get something, but those are gone now. The smaller experience orbs are go. And I can't go. Whoa. Do. That's my song. Hope you liked it. Totally no one else has ever sang it. Oh, Teal catching a lot of cannonballs to the bovine keister. That's a word now. I do have Leo going up against Hogger. Meanwhile, down here, Sonia is going into Raptor. Definitely, but I was in the wrong place, and Geo does finally go down. Alright, Splendid, going ahead and doing damage. There's the other effect, because basic attacks are going in, these guys are inspired, and they attack. I can't remember what being inspired does. It doesn't tell me. I know they do more damage. I don't know if they also attack faster. I don't know if it's like equivalent to Raider's Inspiration. Nice triple stun from Geo. But there's heal coming through, going ahead and making it a little bit more difficult for Geo to get back. That's the problem with Blaze. Blaze doesn't have a very good escape. If you can, because that's what Teal is doing. Teal is actually sliding through the Blaze. And that's the thing, if Blaze can't really power slide out of danger, or charge out of danger, because he will stop as soon as he hits a hero. So if a hero just stands between him and the exit, I'm actually surprised. I did not think they would get that fort. I wasn't even calling before because I was just like, there's no way they get that fort. Zero possibility. I'm going to come out here and make short work of these gnolls. I'm going to make short work of these gnolls. It almost looked like, Jamie, I was waiting for Teal to show up. Right, there goes that. We're gonna go in and have Rainer and Teal. Teal's already made it all the way back to the other side of the battlefield. I'm just gonna go ahead and be picking up this camp. Go ahead, be picking up. That's what I said. I'm going to take that experience orb. Splendid Daddy going to get the heck out of dodge. I'm surprised they didn't just run through here. I don't think they could have easily been stopped. Does Teal have... Which they may not have known? Yeah, it did not have the, Oh, whatever the thing is. Let's him go over train. Oh, and we do go in and have pause, so I'll be back whenever the pause unpauses. But if you can't look at the minimap, bye-bye!
Here come the hot sleeper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still have it like that. No, no, we don't die. Yes, we multiply. Anyone press will hear the fat lady sing. Act like you know Rico. I know what Bo don't know. Touch them up and go. Oh, cha-cha-ching, ching. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still have it like that. Extraordinary. Juice like a strawberry. Money to burn, baby, all of the time. Caught the fit, it's me. Fit to cut the shit. Come juggle with me. See, every time. Come there, step up. I'm the lyrical gangster. Dial emergency number. Still love you like that. Na 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 na. So we do it, man. Na 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 na. Hey, start like a jackrabbit, finish in front of it. I'm the 90s Jack, that's it. Understand? I'm the daddy of the Mac. Daddy is a Latin gold made me. Ain't no homie gon' play me. Top celebrity man. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love you like that. No, no, we don't die. Yes, we multiply. Anyone test will hear the fat lady sing. Act like you know G-Go. I know what Bo don't know. Touch them up and go. Oh, cha-cha-ching-ching. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still have it like that. Na 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 na. Yeah, man. So we do it. Na 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 na. Right? Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up all crew bow ya. Still have it like that. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical danger. Big up the crew in the area. Still have it like that. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. I'm a living, I'm a danger. Still have it like that. Hey. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
We started from below, through the ashes, down from the dirt, running from the cold, drawn to fire, love when it burns. When it all comes down to destiny, only you can bend the rules. Walk that road, through the ashes, down from the dirt. They're calling out, calling out, calling out. When the skies are falling, hear the heroes calling. Can't hold us down, can't hold us down. Save the ones still crawling. Hit me
We're burning through the night. From the darkness out in the light, I can see us rise up, going all the way to the top. They're calling out, calling out, calling out. When the skies are falling, hear the heroes calling. Can't hold us down, can't hold us down. Save the ones still crawling. Hit me hard, I'm all in. Can't hold us down, can't hold us down. Can you hear them calling out, calling out, calling out? Can you hear them calling out, calling out? Heroes are calling. Heroes are calling. Heroes are calling. Heroes are calling. Oh, when the skies are falling, hear the heroes calling. Can't hold us down. Save the ones still crawling. Hit me hard, I'm all in. Can't hold us down. Can't hold us down, no. Can you hear them calling out, calling out, calling out? Can you hear them calling out, calling out? Heroes are calling.
Call me obsessed, call me insane. Something is creeping through my veins. Eyes cannot see what's underneath. I can't stop and you can't stop me. I'm gonna get the fire started. Impossible for you to breathe. The temperature's rising up, up so hot, 'cause I'm burning up. I must confess, 1,000 degrees bring out the beast inside of me. Don't be afraid, blow into the blaze. It's gonna melt your fears away. I'm gonna get the fire started. Impossible for you to breathe. The temperature's rising up, up so hot, and I'm burning up.
So it unfortunately turns out that the player who disconnected couldn't get reconnected. The internet is just down, so unfortunately, FC Hong Kong has forfeited because they technically by the rules they could have played with bot helix, but I think it was mostly a thing that Geo was like, we kept them waiting in pause for like 12 minutes. Since we can't get the player back, we're just going to go ahead and call it. Like, we've kept them up for long enough. So, very, very big of Geo to say, I'm not going to drag this out anymore. Like, I think Geo was also like, they're slightly ahead. We're not going to win with bot helix. So, rather than make them beat us, we're just going to say, you're going to win in the long term. And we've kept you waiting for a while. But, unfortunately, that does mean that we are done for this evening. I don't have anywhere else to go. Leo did. I was waiting for the game to resume so I could, because I actually talked about the beginning of the game. Malby. But Leo was not on the board of skating. So I'm going to go ahead and raid over to Lazy Hydra. I don't think anyone is casting NGS, but Lazy is also a member of the board, so that counts. I'm not going to do an exit interview because I feel like talking to Tom should be like, so how does it feel? Tom should be like, this sucks. We don't want to win that way. No, Malby. No. Wait. It's the Lazy Hydra, isn't it?